Right now at 10, a Lake Pepin project kicks off with the goal of making the Mississippi River pool more environmentally sound. And Wisconsin public defenders are set to get a big raise. A budget plan will give them more than $10,000 extra a year. Plus, breaking ground at the Sparta Free Library. The building is set to expand to better serve community needs.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. A project designed to improve the Mississippi River's ecosystem is set to break ground this summer. It's one of the first of its kind, and it's happening thanks to funding from across the region. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen explains from Pierce County.
Water is life.
Like every element of this place that's so unique and speaks to just kind of like the heart of the community and the soul of the community.
For those who live along the Mississippi River, water is also a livelihood.
We value the river for commercial navigation and for the unique ecosystem that exists here.
Since 2014, Riley Hintz and her team have worked for solutions to preserve Lake Pepin.
What's happening to the lake? Why is it disappearing in certain areas and changing so rapidly?
And it turned out, under the Army Corps of Engineers, some of that work was already underway.
Each year, the St. Paul District dredges about 1 million cubic yards of clean sand from the Mississippi.
They just needed the funding to make use of that sand. Nearly a decade later, preservation is happening now.
We've come so far.
The project will relocate that sand to improve the river's overall habitat.
And this is an opportunity to get both benefits, to improve navigation and to use the sand we remove to support the navigation mission to improve the ecosystem health.
Officials say this investment will enhance the quality of the river, the quality of habitats, and the overall quality of life for those living along the Mississippi River. It's a $27 million project made possible by all levels of government. $3 million of those dollars came from Wisconsin.
Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, you do value, clean water and having good habitat for fish and wildlife, for our economy and for people's just living along the river.
It's work that Hintz says matters.
It matters because people show up to protect it.
In Bay City, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
The Army Corps of Engineers will start work on that project in the summer. Swenson tells us that in just over 3 years, we could see reinforced islands and habitats forming on those spots along the upper Mississippi. Well, Minnesota's governor has signed a bill committing $240 million to remove and replace lead pipes in homes across the state. The state right now has about 47,000 private lead service lines. While lead pipes were commonly installed decades ago, health studies now confirm even small amounts of lead in the blood can severely reduce a child's intelligence, attention span, and academic achievement. And the cost to replace the pipes often runs thousands of dollars per home. And in 2019, Department of Health report found it would take more than $4 billion to get lead completely out of the state's drinking water. But officials say this investment is a good first step. Well, outside today in the Coulee region, a warm one around 80 degrees, although, Bill, the sky was a little wonky today.
Yeah, hazy sunshine developed thanks to wildfire smoke that kind of made its way southward out of Canada. Some big wildfires burning in the country to our north, but even so, check out these high temperatures, quite warm, mid-70s to right around 80 degrees. That was the official high here in La Crosse, 83 in Boscobel, 79 in Eau Claire and Black River Falls. Here's how it looked mid-afternoon. Again, we kind of lost the look of that blue sky. It was more grayish, even yellowish at times, a little brownish as well with that smoke sitting up at about 10,000 feet or so. But as advertised, it did make for an interesting sunset earlier this evening. You can see almost the disk itself of the sun just before it set behind the bluffs of southeastern Minnesota. Looking at the satellite and radar imagery, all is quiet across the tri-state. We just had a few clouds pass through with a cold front moving in from the north and east, and that cold front has dropped temperatures into the 50s over eastern parts of the state. We're still in the mid to upper 60s, even close to 70 here in La Crosse, but it will be cooler overnight. 40s for most, including 47 in La Crosse, but some 30s to the east. Now, smoky haze again possible tomorrow, hopefully not as thick as today. Otherwise, our schoolcast 48 at 7 a.m., 63 by lunchtime. Afternoon highs cooler, right around 71 degrees, but that's pretty close to average for this time of year. I'll discuss our next chance for some rain with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill. Well, Toma police need the public's help identifying a person associated with potential check fraud. Police have released these photos of a masked suspect walking into Walmarts in Toma and Onalaska where fraudulent checks were written. Investigators say it's possible the suspect stole a check the victim from De Pere had sent in the mail to pay for a previous bill. Now, anyone with information on the suspect is encouraged to call that number on your screen or to email investigator Brittany Westfall. We'll post this info on our website as well. Wisconsin Republicans have written up a plan to give public defenders and assistant district attorneys a raise. Pay would go up to $36 an hour, or about $75,000 a year. That is up from the current starting pay of about $57,000 a year. The raise even surpasses what Governor Evers had proposed in his own budget. Low pay and high workloads have led to high turnover and case backlogs that could take years to get through. Republican Representative Mark Bourne, who co-chairs the Finance Committee, said the funding is critical to making sure we have, quote, safe and constitutionally protected places to live, work, and raise a family. A Minnesota duo is taking their legal services on the road to help communities in need. News 8 Now's Anna Fisher spoke with the team and joins us now. Anna?
Good evening, Ken. The Justice Bus is an example of what federal funding for legal aid can do for communities in need. Known as the Law Office on Wheels, the Justice Bus provides legal services for low-income and rural clients. This is part of Minnesota's Restore Justice initiative. 4 buses cover 4 separate regions of the state, and funding for that came from COVID-19 relief funds. Other than criminal cases, Justice Bus paralegal Jenna Savarinsky says they are willing to take on anything.
We do family law, government benefits, housing, so landlord-tenant issues. We do some immigration work. We have an educational law project. We do cover a lot of different things.
According to Justice Bus attorney Jocelyn Paler, over 20% of Minnesota's population lives below the poverty line. She says that the pandemic emphasized struggles within these communities, creating a need for the Justice Bus.
We're really trying to focus on the smaller towns, just to really let residents know that we're here to serve all of our communities in the 33 counties that we serve, and we want to be able to be accessible for them.
The Justice Bus will be touring from now until May 23rd, and then again over the next 3 months. Ken, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Anna. And for more of the Justice Bus's dates and locations, just head over to news8000.com. Well, after about 8 years of planning and fundraising, the Sparta Free Library broke ground on a new addition. The project will keep the historic aspects of the Carnegie Building, but add more space to the library. The director of the library says it's a hub of community activity, and expanding is essential.
By adding more spaces, providing those opportunities for people to come in, hang out, meet with a group of friends, or even hold an interview in a media room. All of those opportunities are much needed in today's day and age.
The addition will add nearly 9,000 square feet. The library's director says they've been getting generous donations for the expansion from both the Sparta community and from around the country. Well, May is Mental Health Month. While it's important to recognize the struggles of others, it's vital to take care of your own mental health, too. We have some reminders after the break. And a hopeful sign in the fight against a dangerous virus. An FDA committee is set to decide whether they want to recommend a new vaccine for RSV.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
It's Ram season, and that means huge savings at Chrysler Winona. 2023 Ram 1500 Laramies up to $11,000 off MSRP, featuring comforts like heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, 12-inch Uconnect screen, and remote start. And safety features like blind spot detection and forward collision warning. These Rams are packed with options. And with up to $11,000 off a Ram Laramie, you'll want to come visit us today at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
May is recognized as National Mental Health Awareness Month, and our own Dua Esrar gives us some reminders on how to develop healthy habits to improve our well-being.
It wasn't long ago that people were being asked to stay indoors. Nearly 3 years later, the feeling of isolation is still affecting people's mental health.
We had a massive global pandemic, which was incredibly upsetting, traumatizing, and raised our anxiety.
This month is an opportunity for people to focus on making healthy choices. May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
The proclamation for Mental Health Awareness Month is simply an acknowledgement that this is a priority for us to recognize how essential it is to prioritize our mental health.
You may want to sit back and scroll through social media. It seems like the easy option.
We're ever more increasingly isolated. You know, in many ways, social media pulls us away, but also provides an opportunity to connect.
If you find yourself doom scrolling, set a timer for certain apps.
I will only be on Facebook and Instagram for a certain length of time.
Mental health expert Michael Search says on days like this, take advantage of the warm weather. It can do wonders for your mental well-being.
We encourage them to go out and just, pick vegetables.
While picking up a drink may make you feel good in the moment, the long-term effects aren't. Search says take part in sober samples. Give up alcohol for a week, a month, or even 2.
Most of the time people say, I feel so much better and I've got more money and I didn't wake up hungover in the morning. It tends to be very life-altering in a positive way.
Search says remember that asking for help is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, according to a report from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, more Americans asked for help in 2022 than they did in 2019.
It wasn't that long ago where we would look at people who went to see a therapist as somehow weak.
So this month, Search says get your walking shoes on and build some habits that your mind and body will appreciate. Reporting in La Crosse, Dua Esrar, News 8 Now.
And if you or someone you know is struggling, you can always contact the National Mental Health Crisis Hotline at 988. Well, the FDA says Pfizer's RSV vaccine for pregnant women is 82% effective at protecting newborns from the severe respiratory illness. RSV is a major cause of hospitalizations in infants and the elderly, and scientists have been working on an effective vaccine for 6 decades. But safety data released today also shows a slightly higher rate of preterm births in the women who got the experimental vaccine compared with the placebo group. An FDA committee will vote on whether to recommend the maternal vaccine later this week. Still ahead, a heads up for Jeep Cherokee owners as Chrysler announces a recall, and the IRS is considering a move that will make doing your yearly taxes a whole lot easier.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Even with that smoky haze, we hit 80 degrees here in La Crosse for the 4th time this month. Not really seeing any more 80s for the rest of this week. I'll explain with my 8-day forecast after the break. Watch the moisture just explode. That's what I mean by the Gulf being wide open, so good chance of rain toward evening into the overnight hours as a light just exploded. I'm getting used to the lightning, I think, around here. And my goodness, we'll see the coldest air wrap into the system late tomorrow afternoon. My ear is ringing, and we could see some changeover to some wet.
Selling your car yourself can take weeks. Selling to an online reseller takes days. Selling your car to Dahl Auto takes 30 minutes. Bring your title and keys and leave with a check. Dahl Auto, simple.
Hey, it's Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. It's Harley's 120th anniversary, and we are celebrating all year long. Our new 2023s are on the floor with new models, new colors, but that classic Harley ride. Plus, we have awesome anniversary apparel, including custom helmets, limited edition clothes, riding gear, and more. Stop by and see us anytime at Great River Harley-Davidson.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Experienced sales consultants are good listeners who sell people what they need, not what's on sale. They're easy to work with and value a trusting relationship. We know team members with these life skills earn lifelong customers. Dahl Auto, simple.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Chrysler is recalling more than 130,000 of Jeep Cherokees because of a fire risk. The recall affects Cherokee models from 2014 through 2016. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says an electrical issue in the power liftgate module could start a fire whether the car is on or not. The agency says while a fix is being worked on, the cars should be parked outside and away from other cars. This is the second time in 8 years that these models are being recalled. Filing your taxes is a pain in the you-know-what, but soon, maybe not much longer. The IRS set to release a study to look at whether the agency could create a service that prepares and submits your taxes right to the government for free. Money for the free filing system would come from the passed Inflation Reduction Act, but businesses in the tax filing game oppose the idea, and Republicans argue the plan would give the IRS more power over ordinary taxpayers. Apple is announcing new software features for cognitive, vision, hearing, and mobility accessibility. Users with cognitive disabilities will be able to use iPhones and iPads with greater ease with assistive access, which simplifies apps and experiences. Non-speaking individuals can type to speak during calls and conversations with live speech, and people with visual impairments can use detection mode to point to text and have it read aloud. The new software features will come later this year. And Amazon's shipping times could get even faster with a new delivery plan. Under the old system, Amazon shipped items from warehouses anywhere in the country if the closest distribution centers didn't have the item. Now, Amazon has created 8 regions in smaller geographic areas set up to ship products over shorter distances. Amazon says items that are closer to customers will show up higher in search results on its website and app. So instead of Amazon's famous 2-day shipping, orders could arrive in 1 day or even sooner. Spoiling us even more. I mean, the amount of Amazon trucks that I already see going through my neighborhood every day, it is mind-boggling, Bill.
And they visit our house often.
Yeah.
Although, honey, I love you.
Christy at fault.
I won't say anything else. I'll just leave it right there because I'll get in trouble. All right, allergy report. High symptoms to medium symptoms for oak and tree pollen in general. Now, some of you have been asking about the smoke. Possible particulates here at the surface from that wildfire smoke, but most of it is suspended up towards around 8,000 to 12,000 feet up. So again, you may be extra, if you're one of those that are extra sensitive to particulates, you may be having some impacts a little bit more than the rest of us for today. So just wanted to throw that out there for sure, because it was definitely a smoky sky today, but again, fortunately most of it was aloft, and that's why it really didn't smell smoky today or this evening. Venus in the western sky there with a mainly clear sky, 80 degrees. That is 8 degrees above average. 90 and 31 are the records. 69 right now out at the airport, 70 downtown here at the station. The Mississippi continues to slowly drop, 9.77 feet. That drop has slowed somewhat because of some heavy rain that fell several days ago. in the Minnesota River Basin, and that filters down into the main channel of the Mississippi. 60 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire. The Chippewa River is dropping as well. Otherwise, mainly clear with just a few scattered clouds as that cold front kind of backing in from the north and east. Again, I showed this earlier this evening, visible satellite. You can see that kind of milky white shifting southward. That was the smoke shifting south out of Canada, and there's a little bit more up here before we lost the sun and lost the imagery there, but a little bit more smoke here that could translate across the area tomorrow, so we may see some additional smoky haze, hopefully not as thick as what we saw today though. Otherwise, cooler air backing in from the north and east. Milwaukee dropped about 30 degrees in a couple of hours earlier today as that cold front made its way through. Look at Marquette, Michigan, 38, 53 in Chicago. We're still fairly mild for most of our areas. 65 to 70 degrees, but 50 in Green Bay, 50 in Beaver Dam, and 60 in the Dells, 58 in Marshfield. Winds out of the northeast, they'll come down to about 5 to 10 as they shift to the east tonight. Zone forecast showing lows for most of us in the 40s, but notice our far eastern communities. You'll see some upper 30s in Hillsborough, for example. Much of Monroe, Jackson, and Clark counties, probably lows in the mid to upper 30s as well, right around 41 to 44 in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. So mainly clear tonight. Tomorrow, sunny to partly cloudy conditions. We'll have to watch for that smoky haze as well. And then a cold front starts to approach from the north and west. That'll bring a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head into Thursday afternoon and into Thursday evening. And by then, we could probably use a little bit of rainfall. For tonight, mostly clear and cool, 47 in La Crosse, but some 30s to the east. Tomorrow, sunny to partly cloudy. Again, perhaps some smoky haze in spots, 71 for the highs, so cooler than today. Mid-70s on Thursday with that chance of afternoon rain and into the evening hours. Cooler and breezy Friday, small chance of a shower, 63. Pleasant weekend, though, low to mid-70s, same for Monday, and then some slight rain chances return around Tuesday or Wednesday of next week.
All right, the weekend definitely looking good.
Yeah, fingers crossed that holds firm.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, a couple of thrillers tonight on the pitch in the MVC. Plus, Cashton softball has been on a mission this year, and they're soaring to the playoffs. Rob is in next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
When Derek Van Orden wanted your vote, he signed the U.S. Term Limits Pledge. But now, Congressman Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts. I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
The Menards Garden Center has everything you need to grow a beautiful and healthy lawn. Make it stand out with our wide selection of grass seed. A 5-pound bag of nature's finest thick and hardy grass seed is just $11.99 after rebate. Need more coverage? Grab a 20-pound bag of Schultz Sun and Shade or Hardy Lawn Grass Seed for just $48.99 after 11% rebate. Stock up on all your lawn needs with 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
Diapers and politicians must be changed often, and for the same reason. And already something stinks about Derek Van Orden. Now politician Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Tonight, the regular season comes to a close for the Cashton Eagles softball squad. With just 3 seniors on the team, the Eagles have already earned themselves a Scenic Bluffs Conference title. Now it's all about getting ready for the postseason. That's exactly what they were doing tonight as they took on Kickapoo. We go to Cashton Park. Eagles going for their 18th win of the year. And with Sarah Schroeder in the circle, the chances of that were high. The sophomore was dealing with the runner on. Here she is with a strikeout for the second out of the inning. Next batter, rinse and repeat. 3 strikeouts in the first to keep the Panthers off the board. And then on offense, Eagles came to play. They got runners on base and put the ball in play like Marley Schroeder did here to score a run. Eagles would score 6 in the first. Kickapoo would answer back. 1 on for Annie Clements. She takes this pitch out to center, gets down, skips to the fence. Lexi Kaiser would come in to score. Panthers get 2 in the second, but the Cashton offense would pour it on. 2 on for Sydney Helgerson. She comes through on this base hit. Both runners are going to come in to score. Eagles go on to win it 14-2. They finish the year 18-2, but now the team is ready to lock in and get ready for the postseason.
We're like a family. We all have fun with each other. We joke around, and I think that helps a lot. We need to have solid D. We need to be ready for the hits. We need to be ready to cover bunts, and we need to be able to get the bat on the ball.
All right, Cashton will start their postseason run taking on Luther in the Division IV Regionals 1 week from today. Let's head over to Logan High. Rangers playing host to rival Holman. Pick it up first inning. Vikings threatening with 2 on, but the Rangers get out of it. Adriana Koski makes the grab. Then the Logan D stepping up again in the second. Kaylee Scharf, get dirty, flashing the leather. Some great defense from the Rangers. Then in the bottom of the inning, the offense making noise. Look out, Maya Kendrick gets all of this one. It was gone in a hurry. A monster solo shot from the junior. Rangers go up 1. Logan would tack on another here. This pitcher is going to go to the backstop. Kenneth Streak is going to streak on home to make it 2-0 Rangers. Vikings must be shy. They didn't start scoring until I left. Holman scoring 12 unanswered as the Vikings get the win 12-2. We've got some MVC soccer. La Crosse Central trying to keep pace with Onalaska, but they were up against a tough West Salem team. 0-0 at the half. Early in the second, West Salem on the attack. How about Laura Lapp stepping up, making a great save to keep this one scoreless. Panthers still threatening, though. This time on the corner kick, Kate Scar gets ahead on it, sends it into the back of the net for the score. That would be the only score of the night as West Salem wins it 1-0. So the doors open for Onalaska. Hilltoppers win the MVC if they can get past Holman, and almost 30 minutes in, it's Amaya Tessing getting past the goalie. Slick move, wide open net. Automatic for Tessing. It's 1-0 Onalaska. Second half now, Vikings looking for the equalizer. Ella Lachecki to Nora Lee. The senior gets a great look, but check out this save by Summer Nikolai. What a stop to keep Holman off the board. And the junior was busy down the stretch. This shot's going to sail wide. Nikolai might have got a fingertip on it here. Either way, Hilltoppers hang on. Onalaska wins it 1-0 the final over Holman. Hilltoppers are your MVC champs. Brewers looking to bounce back tonight in St. Louis. Milwaukee trailing by 1 in the 5th until Joey Weimer says not anymore. This ball's crushed to center. That's not coming back. Weimer's first homer on the road ties it at 2. Then it's Brian Anderson's turn in the 6th. He hits it high and deep, and that's a go-ahead solo shot. Anderson's 6th of the year. Puts the Brewers on top. Milwaukee hangs on 3-2 the final. Ken is happy.
That's right.
I told him it's just one game. You can lose 118-1.
Yep.
It's just one game. Brewers bounce back. Big win on the road.
I lost my head with the 18-1 loss yesterday, but with today's win, we're going all the way right to the World
back.
Series.
Christian Yelich is back. That's a bounce back win right there.
Oh,
you get embarrassed on the road. You come back against your division rivals. I love it.
Yep. Love to see the rookies get involved offensively as well.
Absolutely.
Joey Weimer, I think, is now my favorite player.
Yeah. Gonna get a jersey?
I think so.
Which one? The Brew Cream one?
Yeah, the regular home one. I'm not a fan of the blues.
You don't like
it? But yeah, early Christmas idea if you want to get me something.
I got you.
We will be right back after this.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Let's go. We're gonna make you laugh. And the biggest stars in country music, they all come by here.
Really? Yeah. Shut up.
Join me, Bobby Bones, every weekday morning starting at 6 on Kicks 106.3.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Every piece of land has a story written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Upshaws, who DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Talk to the John Deere experts at Tractor Central to find out which equipment is just right for your property. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
Luther High School, we are a powerhouse in culture and fulfilling the needs of each and every student through our Student Services program. We recognize the future needs all students, whether it's a four-year college, trades, or the trade school. Our on-site STEM program will offer welding and advanced woods program and allow stackable credits at technical colleges throughout Wisconsin. Luther High School, Christ-centered, encouraging and preparing students for life. Schedule your visit today. Go to lutherhigh.org or find us on Facebook at We Love Luther.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran. Thanks for listening. We are just the family sitting around the table.
Best answer ever!
You're always fun.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran from the Mix Morning Show. Wake up with us every morning on Mix 96.
After giving back to the community is helping give back to Wafer Food Pantry. Now, last fall, Rotary Lights dedicated a teddy bear fundraiser. All the proceeds would go to help Wafer with their new building. And after selling over 3,100 teddy bears, today the Rotary Lights presented Wafer with a $32,450 check. The president of Rotary Lights said this wouldn't have been possible without community support.
I mean, we've had so many of the banks and grocery stores and others that have really helped us out by selling these bears at no cost to them at any rate, but they haven't charged us for shelf space or anything like that as well, so we're very grateful.
The Rotary Lights' next donation will go toward the Boys and Girls Club. And hey, perhaps an early idea for a Christmas gift for some of you out there. Check out this Batcave Shadow Box Lego set coming out June 8th. The set recreates Batman's headquarters from the '92 movie Batman Returns. It's a 4,000-piece endeavor that is meant for adults. It includes movable parts, a Batmobile, and 7 minifigures, including Catwoman and the Penguin. This set going to retail at about $400. We'll be right back after this.
Hy-Vee's daily deals for Wednesday are Cottonelle bath tissue or Viva paper towels, just $6.99. 6-pack 7-Up products, just $2.48. And Nature Sweet Cherub tomatoes, 2 for only $5. Wednesday only at Hy-Vee.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open. You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Get 4 Arby's Classic Roast Beef Sandwiches for just $10. That's 1 for now, 1 after that, 1 to celebrate the first 2, and 1 more because that's how many 4 is. Arby's, we have the meat.
Sinking driveway, settling patio, collapsing stoop, uneven pool deck. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Schedule your comprehensive eye exam at shopko.com or bring in your outside prescription.
Hy-Vee's daily deals for Wednesday are Cottonelle bath tissue or Viva paper towels, just $6.99. 6-pack 7-Up products, just $2.48. And Nature Sweet Cherub tomatoes, 2 for only $5. Wednesday only at Hy-Vee.
Mostly clear, cool tonight, 40s for most, but watch for some mid to upper 30s in our traditional cooler counties to the east. Cooler tomorrow, 71. Chance for some rain by Thursday afternoon.
And congrats to the Nuggets on a Game 1 win over the Lakers.
1 out of 4. Here we go.
Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.